If you applied for a job in the recent couple years, you've probably noticed this new trend. A lot of people are using fancy and very graphic resume templates, and you hear a bunch of success stories online every now and then of how those templates land people jobs. So you go online and grab yourself one of those shiny new toys and you get excited for it to become a complete game changer in your job search process. But the reality turns out completely different, and you're thinking, what's the catch? So are those cool resume templates actually effective? And what's the best way to use it in your job search process? That's what we're going to figure out today. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for being here. I'm Anna from CV Labs, and in my videos I talk about how to make your job search easier and get you hired for the fantastic job you want and of course deserve. If you want to make the most out of your career and get regular tips for your personal and professional development, make sure to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell, because it's the easiest way for us to stay in touch. Every now and then I come across yet another post on social media sharing a job search success story and specifically showing one of those fancy resumes that help the person land the job. And the other thing is, a lot of the modern graphic design websites, the do-it-yourself ones, these days they offer so many really sophisticated looking resume templates. A good example is Canva. And obviously those templates are really appealing because they're so easy to use and it's the whole plug and play kind of situation. And trust me, I love great design. I'm a very visual person. So if there's someone who gets the appeal of those resume templates, that's me. But there's one thing that you need to understand. Any of those graphic design websites, the do-it-yourself graphic design websites, they were not built with the hurdles of the modern job search process in mind. So by definition, those resume templates may not necessarily help you overcome those challenges in your job search process. Before I got into the resume writing space, to be honest with you, I had no idea that there was so much to know about resume writing for it to be a whole separate profession. Well, here I am today, a resume writer. As I learned to write resumes for people of different professions, different backgrounds, and different career levels, I realized that it really pays to be careful with how you format your resume, considering how many job seekers these days rely on the online application process. And since most companies are using special software, also known as the applicant tracking software, to screen incoming resumes and to rate you as the candidate based on how well your resume matches the criteria for a specific job, the worst possible way for you to miss out on an opportunity is to be disqualified because the system simply cannot read the content of your resume. Unfortunately, this is what happens a lot when you overdo it with the formatting and graphic design on your resume. So, if you have an eye on a fancy template, remember that the formatting of your resume should always depend, first of all, on the context. What does the context include? First of all, the company and the industry. So think modern startup versus a conservative bank. Depends also on your profession. If you are a creative director, your resume is going to have a very different look compared to an accountant, for example. And also the length of your resume, because yeah, the look is great, but the look should not overpower the quality of the actual content that you're including. On top of that, the formatting also depends on your strategy. So think compatibility with the applicant tracking system, so the ATS. I can't tell you how many stories I've heard from prospective clients or from job seekers in general when they thought they were improving their resume because they were going for a more sophisticated graphic look, but at the end of the day, the template performed so much worse and they weren't getting any callbacks. And also consider whether you have an internal referral, because one of those success stories that you read online about somebody using one of those awesome templates actually forgot to mention that the person relied on an internal referral. And when you start reading the comment section, you find out that that is actually what landed them a job. If you don't have an internal referral, that person inside the company who's willing to endorse you, and you're applying online even a little bit, and you want your resume to perform its best, that's one of those cases that supports a popular phrase, less is more. So more graphic or visual elements doesn't mean better. Doesn't mean though that you have to use like a super plain and boring file with Times New Roman font, although I won't be surprised if such a file performs a lot better compared to one of those sophisticated templates with a lot of visual elements in them. What about those success stories, you ask? Everything that you read online, every time you hear something about a resume landing somebody a job, read the comments, dig a little deeper, because you'll most of the time find out that the person actually had an internal referral. And that is the real secret to how they landed that job, because referrals are extremely powerful and they can help you skip quite a few steps in the screening process. So I guess the morale of this video should be, don't believe everything you read online. If you do have an internal referral, you're way more likely to go around the applicant tracking system, and then all of a sudden your resume becomes 100 times more attractive, pretty much no matter how nice it looks. If you want to learn more about how to beat the ATS and maximize your chances for a phone call, I'm going to link to another one of my videos in the description below, so check it out. So if there was one thing that I wanted you to take away from this video, I guess this is it. There's more to resume writing than simply taking a fancy template and inserting a bunch of job functions. But if you do intend on using a resume template, make sure that you're using something that is actually compatible with the applicant tracking software and you don't run into any issues that way. Okay, this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit thumbs up. If you loved it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again soon.